water. There's time.
Oh, I just love it. You know Michigan, they'll sit there and they'll hold up their phone and say, it's not me. You know, I went to a place called Ann Arbor, Michigan back in the 70s. They were the first place in the country that made it a misdemeanor with exactly what we now legalized. And so I went and got me a ticket. And I framed it. I mean, batting and all, right? But it's in my attic. Videos you want? Help yourself. I'm in the middle of my safety orientation. What? But our staff, as well as Marion County Finance, and if by chance you do need medical attention, I'm an instructor for first aid and CPR. Yeah, that just basically means that 1/3 of you have a real good chance of survival. Oh, right. You can laugh, sir, but you're not one of them. Last but not least, them orange things y'all see above your head. We call them life as the first implementation of license. In 145 years of these stores, never needed them. Don't see a need for them today either. But the Coast Guard says, I'm supposed to instruct you on the proper method of donning them. That means putting them on. So here goes my flight attendant routine. Should that need a ride, use your eyes. Look above your head. Grab that cinch cord around your waist, and then look up forward to the open hatch door, if you will. By the time y'all figured out how to put that thing on, I'm already out there on the shoreline. That's right. You're on the Micanopy, not the Titanic. Okay, there's no coach says I gotta be the last one off. I'm wrong. What I'm saying is that 800 million gallons of water a day. That water's tested frequently. Last check, 98.104% pure. Doesn't got the oxygen out of the water. If this was a lake, that would be deadly, but we're not a lake, we're a river. And as a river, we get 800 million gallons a day. Hell, that gives us. We got one coming up underneath us here in just a second. There's a gray slab going to be showing up. Don't worry about them Toronto wannabe. I'll talk about them in a minute. There's a gray slab I'm motoring over right now, and that gray slab is called the tongue of the Spring of Stars. Now, they call it the Spring of Stars because dignitaries and people who are full of themselves, that's usually Jaguar fans, they come over here, sit here for a minute, and they go back to the dock. Y'all ain't going back that fast. That is 28 feet down, or 23 feet down. It's kicking out right at 250,000 gallons of water every hour. Some of my Toronto wannabes looking for food. They're actually called bluegill. They're tasty fish, but we have a problem 23 months ago. He fed them fish every trip for 54 years. They think the green hull is a chuck wagon. They come over here looking for food. They get too close to my propeller, you're going to see a fillet of fish shoot across that glass. The state is trying to... Oh, my pretty much suck you breaking. The Black Lagoon. All of the underwater scenes in that iconic 1954 movie was filmed here. And that cave down there was its home. What are you looking at? What is that, a turtle? That particular vent is 28 feet down, and it's kicking out right at 500,000 gallons of water every hour into this river. The island you see ahead of me on my right, that is Bird Island. They call it that because birds tend to nest up in there seasonally. The unhing of the color of the four-headed duck you see right here on my right is called a moorhen.
There's an unhinged.
Off to the right ahead of me, the entrance is on the lagoon. There's a log with a turtle on it. Still there. Yeah, that is a red-eared or yellow-bellied slider. Around here, they're not called red-eared yellow-bellied sliders. They're called cooter. They're parked on Cooter Pond. It's over in Inverness. And they have the Cooter Festival and they serve cooter soup. I know cooter means something else in other parts of the country, but this ain't other parts of the country. Y'all know we call that log that turtle's on? No, it's a shellfish. How many of y'all kayak, canoe, or paddleboard? Has anybody done this river yet? In other parts of the country, but this ain't other parts of the country. Y'all know we call that log that turtle's on? No, it's a shellfish. Has anybody done this river yet? What do you think of it? It's beautiful. I do it 2 or 3 times a month. The long and the short, did you paddle back upriver?
Yeah, we need to take the time.
You need to take the shuttle next time, it's a whole lot easier.
No, on the long when we did the shuttle, the short one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I did not take the shuttle. Oh, look at that mullet down there. The carp looking, did you paddle back upriver?
Yeah.
There's a giant
Did you
fish.
kiss fish?
The kissing fish.
Tilapia or the kissing fish? Well, he called them that. This, my gentlemen, is algae bloom. It's not a good thing, but it is a thing. It's the thing. And alongside that rock formation down there, you'll see a piece of wood. There's 18 pieces altogether down there. And they all fit together and make up a 63-foot-long dugout canoe. Now, 63 feet's awesome. That means it's royal or ceremonial. The best part about that is its age. Carbon dated to being in the neighborhood of 625 years old, which tells me that it is not Seminole, but rather Timucuan. Now, the Timucua, they're Native American tribes that lived here, some say as far back as 1,100 years ago, all the way through a year that we do know. And that would be 1821, the last year that the Spanish were in Florida. When the Spanish evacuated completely, the Timucua had been fighting the British and the Americans for about 300 years. They decided to leave with their only friend and ally, packing up and immigrating to the island of Cuba. And they built the most powerful entity here. Now, they called themselves the Seminoles. So just about 2 seconds to butcher that up, start calling them Seminoles. They were all powerful here through the year 1830. And no, that was not the last year the Seminoles won the championship. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say Florida State Seminoles? Does anybody know how they officially got their name? Boat school. That's like home school, but you're stuck on that boat. Back in the early days of the school, the president of the university negotiated for the privilege. The price that they pay to this day to call themselves Seminoles. Every Seminole native who graduates high school is offered a full-time scholarship. There's 1,124 members of the Seminole Nation that participate in the program. You like turtles, young man?
Thank you.
Yeah, look at several of them down there.
That's a giant big fish. No, yeah, that's a giant big fish.
Those are pretty big too, ain't they?
I saw 5.
That hole they're in, that is the Blue Grotto.
I see 4.
The magnitude 1 spring vent rated in a little over 87 million gallons of water every day. That is a lot of water, but it's only the 3rd largest in the river. I'm going to show you the largest, not only in the river, but in the Western Hemisphere in just a few minutes.
Daddy.
You like turtles that much if you were watching the show? She's like, oh, go turtle. Go turtle. There's a bush ahead of me and on my right a little bit where that bird is. It's called a dull and hollyberry. I like to call it the fun bush. See, that berry not only ripens on that bush, it ferments on that bush. Before you tell me to pull over, y'all eat a few of them berries, you're going to get sick. The rhesus macaque monkeys we have here in the park understand on that river. You don't have that. And of that number, 178 called in park home from a rhesus macaque in the wild. But we call them feces slingers. And I am not fond of being flung upon. Now, if you do happen to see one of them, and there's a troop of 35 or so that live on these two islands over here, there's a troop and they're in a three-point stand, like a three-point rifle. And at the end of those times, they go long. They're as accurate as RG3 for the first 20 yards. I used to say as accurate as Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's doing that purchase commercials like OJ. So long. They're as accurate as RG3 for the first 20 yards. I used to look on that dog right there. Look where the indigenous tourists. We get them by the boatload around here. Yeah, it says there's no swimming, but they can't breathe. Earlier we had some wildlife in here, the male line here right there. There it is. I know it's in here somewhere. The manatee. Right there.
See it?
For those of you on the wrong side of the boat, I'll do a U-turn.
You don't want us to just brush that side?
No.
No.
No, I do not. There's a couple turtles in the way. I'm just going to chop them down.
There goes the alligator, look. Freaking.
Right there.
See it?
For those of you on the wrong side of the boat, I'll do a U-turn.
Well done.
You don't want us to just brush that side?
The manatee? No.
No, I do not. There's a couple turtles in the way. I'm just going to chop them up. The average female gets upwards of 1,500 pounds. The average male does about 1,250. They eat about 20% of their weight every day. They are vegetarian, and you know what that means. They have a lot of fat. No, seriously, they do. Yeah. There were some people on a flat paddleboard, and they were patting it like an elephant hide. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of bubbles came up, and it was, oh my God. And apparently, it's quite different. We've been away from them, and air bubbles show up, and we could smell it, 25, 30 feet away. It's not all that great. I'm going to do a U-turn here for all y'all on that side of the boat. What? The bright yellow? Above the water? Part of the tree. What? Let me see if I can see it when I turn around, because I don't see anything yellow. I see a manatee. Y'all see all that grass packed up in there? No. That is from the manatee. They eat about 20% of their weight every day. They are vegetarian, and you know what that means.
It's right there.
They have a lot of fat.
You see it?
No, seriously, they do. Yeah. There were some people on a flat paddleboard, and they were patting it so it was like elephant high. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of above the water, part of the tree. What? And the grass will float away. Where'd he go? here year round. Right now, the survey said we have 21 in the Head River area, which could include some of the Ocala. They're a whole lot happier down there. They had several forts on the shoulder of the Ocala River, and this area right here was their supply depot. After the Civil War, it became a civilian dock. After the Civil War, it became a civilian dock. And in 1926, there was a sinkhole here that created this lagoon. And when it sunk, it took the dock underwater with it. We draw it. It's almost there. It's almost there.
There's a bunch of them right there, big ones.
That dock structure I'm backing over now, that was about 4 foot above water. Now it's right at 8 to 10 feet below water. And again, it was part of the Civil War era. Now, for generations, this lagoon was called Christmas Tree Springs. Then we became a state park. And the word Christmas is not supposed to be used in a state park, so they changed it to Cypress Springs. 4 foot above water, now it's right at 8 to 10 feet below water. And again, it was part of the Civil War era. Now, then we became a state park, and the word Christmas is not supposed to be used in a state park, so they changed it to Cypress Springs. The tree that's coming up underneath it is what named it. And underneath that, there's a boat. That boat is racing blind spot.
It's a kayak.
Like this?
Okay, you can call it a kayak, but it was a glass on a boat. Back in 2019, they had, there's another boat fin down there. The park had a celebration called Sea Hunt Forever Festival. The man who was a co-creator of Flipper in 2019 to show it off, and they found the glass panels underneath there, and then we found out the story. In 1930, they put these boats out with diesel motors on them, and they were a little bit different design, but they had diesels. And they put a bunch of pitch and gunk all around the bank. Environmentally concerned, they converted to electric. There's a snake bird right there. Female.
I thought you were going to fall.
There you go. You know, I always thought the name snake bird was a nickname. It's not. The actual name of that bird is Anhinga. And it comes to us from a dialect out of Brazil, the extinct dialect, known as Tupi, and it means the devil bird. The Jesuit influence there, with the devil being a serpent, serpent being a snake. So it really means snake bird. Through the trees on the right, you'll see a big old building up in there. That is the mansion. That thing was built back in 1993 as a concert venue. Reba McEntire, Glenn Black, Travis Fred, Ariel Feedback, Willie Nelson, Charlie Daniels, Eddie Money. The Guess Who. A short list of a few of the many that played on it. The best time for music around here, though, the late 60s, early 70s. Back then, this place was privately owned and operated, and it was part of the Southern Concert Tour. If you had the season pass, it comes to us from a dialect out of Brazil as a concert, the extinct dialect, known as Tupi, T-U-P-I, and it means the devil bird. The Jesuit influence there, with the devil being the serpent, serpent being the snake. So it really means, trees on the right, you'll see a big old building up in there. That is the mansion. That thing was built back in 1993 as a concert venue. Reba McEntire, Glenn Black, Travis Fred, Ariel Feedback, Willie Nelson, Charlie Daniels, Eddie Money. The Guess Who. A short list of a few of the many that played on it. The best time for this place was privately owned and operated, and it was part of the Southern Concert Tour. If you had the season pass, they say you come of age at your first concert. If that's true, 1967, a couple of Springfield was my weekend. I said awakening, I didn't say I was woke. That's a different subject. Oh, looky there. Look at that. Indigenous tourism. You just stick it right out. There's a lot of places on the sidewalk you can stick out through. That's one of them. Just don't get in the water. We do have serious snakes here, water moccasins and whatnot. We have 3 kinds of snakes here. Scared of the Jesus on me. Live snakes, dead snakes, and snakes that look like snakes. There's a female anhinga right there. You notice it's got a tan-colored robe going on. The straight pointed beak tells me it's the anhinga. And the color of its throat tells me that it is the female. I said awakening, I didn't say I was woke. That's a different subject. Oh, looky there. Look at that. Live snakes, dead snakes, and snakes that look like snakes. It's kind of funny to watch it because it'll come up with food. It'll get up on a log or something, a rock, anything, and try to knock that fish unconscious. And then it's stuck on its beak, so it's flipping it up like this to get it off its beak, and then it'll eat it, head first. And it's kind of fun to watch them when they miss. And the fish hits the water. The look in their eyes are like, these cormorants, on the other hand, they have a hooked beak like a seagull, and they actually bite their food. I've seen cormorants come out with a catfish big as around as my fist, and eat it. Throat goes about that big. The bird over on the left is a male anhinga. He's doing the macho. Y'all know what the macho is, right? That's the macho. It's after Ralph Macho, right, kid? The anhinga that's cousin to cormorant are called total wetables, indicating that even their quills flow with water. But the fact that they don't shed water like a duck because there's no oil in their feathers. So they get up there, they'll beat their wings violently for a few seconds, shake their tail feathers, and then do the macho for about 10 minutes. Knock that fish unconscious. And then it's stuck on its beak, so he's flipping it up like this to get it off its beak, and then it'll eat it, head first. And it's kind of fun to watch them when they miss. How long ago? Took a dugout canoe, got a 4-inch by 3-foot long hole in it, stuck in a piece of glass, sealed it with pine tar, and started giving tours of the trade for a nickel. A lot of money back in the 1870s. Important to know because when Billy was 13 or 14, his father passed away, and his mama packed him up and moved back over here, and that is when Billy Powell became known as Ocala. Ocala represented the nation in the peace treaty talks in 1833 and rejected the Maine Landing Treaty. Now, he had a good reason to reject it back then at Maine's Landing. Today, we call it the Trail of Tears. So it was a good reason to reject it. But that rejection created quite a conundrum. We don't have a treaty with the Seminole Nation, academically referred to as unconquered. Well, if they're unconquered, we didn't beat them. We didn't beat them, we're still fighting them. And if we're still fighting them, they're mashing our potatoes. I can prove that they're winning that war. We're still fighting them. And if we're still fighting them, they're mashing our potatoes. I can prove that they're winning that war. Looks like somebody's getting married here today. They said this beer's up for an open air wedding. It is a beautiful backdrop for a lot of the pictures for your wedding, but it could rain. Coming up here on my right, there's a statue of Osceola. That statue represents that moment in time when he became famous for rejecting the treaty and proved it. He did so flamboyantly and symbolically by stabbing it. And that stabbing is the paper he stabbed is with the Bureau of Indian Affairs. It's been on display in Tallahassee a few times. But the thing is, native to Hard Rock property, look the oldest on the name market 5 years and a half after, but I don't know about that. I know this, don't do it barefoot. Y'all see the white up on the cap rail? Yeah, that ain't paint. And about 25,000 years ago, give or take a week or two, this wasn't a river neither. It was a lovely little brook going down to the Ocala. Then we had a sinkhole. And that sinkhole is what created this river. Now, the river is opening into the aquifer 6 feet high at its highest point, 57 feet around the circumference, spewing out historically as much as 550 million gallons of water every day. The largest artesian vent in the Western Hemisphere. We call it mammoth. Yeah, not because it's the largest. We call it that because of the woolly mammoth bones they found down there. They're in our Silver River Museum here at the park, by the way. Here's that sinkhole. What's down there? There's a big old tilapia down there. The V-shaped tail fish and the hole you see in the wall coming up underneath my glass, that is Mammoth Spring. A little over 21 million gallons of water every single hour come out of there.
It's deep, isn't it?
There's one of them, birds, fish, they all do stuff in that water you don't want to drink. But if you want to have some fun with it, take an empty bottle, fill it up with this river water, and take it home with you. Put it in your refrigerator and let it sit there for about a week. Take it out, put it on your kitchen counter, go in your living room. Send somebody in there you don't appreciate, let them open it. It's going to smell like 15 episodes of Sea Hunt, 6 of the Johnny Way Full of Tarzan movies, but the best things filmed here, bar none. Moonraker, Thunderball, and Never Say Never Again. The Bond trilogy. Then Moonraker changed Bond wrestling him a big old anaconda snake. And he did it right down there. You know, they told me them statues were named after the Greek gods. Zeus, Hades, and Thor. When they told me Thor, I knew they didn't know Greek mythology. So I renamed them. That one that's getting his head eat up by one of them tilapia, that's that left-leaning statue, that's Bill.
You see it?
To the right of Bill, let me turn over him a little bit. To the right of Bill down there leaning forward, that's their neighbor Harvey. And you see that one bending over backwards down there? That's Bill. Yeah, that's Bill, Harvey, and Bill. The reason I named them Bill, Harvey, and Bill, as you get older, you'll appreciate simplicity. So this time I come from over here and it was Bill, Harvey, and Bill. Next time I may come from over there, guess what? Bill, Harvey, and Bill. I just love simplicity. Now, Bill, as in left-leaning Bill, not bending over backwards Bill, but left-leaning Bill is more popular of the trio. He wrote a book with a fella named Patterson. Them statues are 7 feet tall. They're on a ledge 25 feet down, which means there's only 18 feet between them. And no, the glass does not promote any magnification. Does anybody want a selfie with a Greek god statue? Two of these or them anywhere. They are great. The Florida Park Service insists that I say thank you for coming. So thank you for coming. From the heart, Joe, I hope I did you justice in the tour that you enjoyed it. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy, but more importantly, y'all live a life worth living. Fill it with joy, laughter, and purpose. I'm Joe Mack. This is... Y'all see the yellow stripes on them gangways? They are a serious tripping hazard, so please be careful. You trip and fall, you're going to know it. That's like a cheese grater. You're going to hear your own blood-curdling scream, but you're also going to hear my laughter because y'all look funny when you fall. I don't want to laugh. Well, I do, but not at your expense. Thank you for joining me. We close at 7 o'clock.
Roll with it, you get a better view. Won't be a long view, but it'll be a better view.
Apa Oh wait, so you did get a dog?
Oh yeah, he got it. It took HR a little while. I did drive the wall.